Oh my God, you won't believe the latest bombshell that's just dropped in the Diddy saga. Our favorite music mogul's legal team is coming out swinging, and honey, they're bringing receipts that could turn this whole scandal on its head. Listen up, because this tea is piping hot. Just when we thought we knew everything about the allegations against Diddy, his attorneys have dropped a game-changing revelation that has everyone's jaws on the floor. And trust me, this isn't your regular courtroom drama. We're talking about video evidence that could potentially clear his name. I mean, can you even? Diddy's lawyers are going all in, darling. They've sent this absolutely explosive letter to the Manhattan federal judge, and what they're claiming, it's absolutely fascinating. After reviewing the footage that's at the heart of this whole mess, they're telling a completely different story than what the prosecution wants us to believe. Get this. According to Diddy's team, these videos don't show any of the trafficking or coercion that everyone's been talking about. Instead, and this is where it gets really interesting, they're saying everything that went down was between consenting adults. No manipulation, no spiking, nothing. And here's the real kicker, they're actually calling out the prosecution for being sexist. Can you believe? They're saying the prosecutors are pushing this totally outdated view of women as helpless victims who can't make their own choices. Talk about turning the tables. Now let's talk about these events that the U.S. attorney was so worked up about when they announced the indictment. The prosecution painted this picture of these elaborate, orchestrated sessions where women were supposedly forced into compromising situations. But honey, Diddy's defense team is not having it. They're saying these were private moments between consenting adults in a long-term relationship. No secret cameras, no minors, nothing illegal, period. According to Diddy's legal squad, these videos tell a completely different story. They're insisting there's zero evidence of anyone being incapacitated or any excessive substance use. It's basically demolishing the dark narrative that's been presented in court. And now let's spill the tea about the woman at the center of all this drama. Victim 1, who we all know is Cassandra Cassie Ventura, Diddy's ex-girlfriend of 10 years. While Cassie hasn't said a word about these latest developments, her relationship with Diddy has been the talk of the town for ages. Here's where things get super juicy. Diddy's lawyers are saying these videos don't just show consent, they show Cassie was fully engaged in everything that was happening. They're claiming she was a willing participant, and these recordings completely contradict all those claims about mistreatment. But don't think the prosecution is just sitting back and letting Diddy's team run the show. They're fighting tooth and nail to keep some of these defense claims out of the public eye, saying it's all just spin to protect Diddy's image. But Diddy's attorneys aren't backing down. They're convinced this footage proves his innocence and that the prosecution's case is built on assumptions, not facts. Now let's rewind to 2023, because that's when this whole drama really exploded. Cassie dropped this absolutely shocking lawsuit that had everyone's group chats buzzing. The allegations were beyond disturbing. We're talking about a relationship that started when she was just 19 and signed to Diddy's label. According to Cassie, Diddy introduced her to this wild, substance-fueled lifestyle right after they met. The details of their relationship, which kicked off in 2007, are honestly heartbreaking. Cassie described these horrible incidents of physical and emotional abuse, punching, kicking, stomping. But wait, it gets even more disturbing. She claimed Diddy would force her into intimate acts with other men, filming everything while he watched and participated. She even accused him of forcing his way into her home and assaulting her when she tried to break free in 2018. But here's the twist. This explosive lawsuit disappeared from the headlines faster than a celebrity marriage. Just one day after filing, Cassie and Diddy announced they'd reached a settlement. Both sides released statements calling it amicable, though nobody knows exactly what went down behind those closed doors.
These were really brilliant. They didn't sue just Diddy, they sued his corporation.
They sure did.
And they sued his corporations and sued in her capacity as an employee. When you do that, it triggers commercial liability insurance.
Girl, the drama doesn't stop there. Diddy's legal team fired back, accusing Cassie of trying to extort him. According to them, she demanded a whopping $30 million over 6 months, threatening to spill all the tea in a tell-all book about their relationship. They claimed this lawsuit was just her way of damaging his reputation and securing a major payday. But Cassie's lawyer wasn't having any of it, saying she actually turned down Diddy's 8-figure hush money offers because she wanted to be a voice for women suffering in silence. But hold on to your seats, because this story takes another wild turn. Despite that 2023 settlement, new allegations have surfaced, suggesting that Cassie might have been more involved in these infamous encounters than we thought. Get this, there are claims that Diddy was paying ex-workers to get involved with Cassie, and he was allegedly so detailed-oriented about it all, he even had specific instructions about her nail polish.
Not only has Diddy ruined many R&B hip-hop playlists that so many of us grew up with, he has ruined the love for a good white nail polish mani.
This has got everyone questioning Cassie's years of silence. Some are saying that maybe, just maybe, she was playing the long game, collecting evidence for when she finally decided to speak out. The theory is that she was strategically waiting for the perfect moment when a settlement or lawsuit would bring her the biggest payoff. And speaking of money, let's talk about the timeline after Cassie split from Diddy. Right after their breakup, Young Miami, another woman linked to Diddy, was reportedly getting $300,000 monthly while dating him. And apparently, Cassie had a similar arrangement during her time with him.
So you're saying that Carisha is...
She's a predator no different than Nicki Minaj. She likes that shit. That turns her on.
Now, here's the real tea. People are saying these payments weren't just Diddy being generous. Was this his way of keeping Cassie quiet about everything that went down? The fact that she accepted these payments while staying silent for years has everyone wondering, was she actually complicit in some of Diddy's activities?
Are you still dating Puff Daddy?
I'm not. I said I was gonna tell my truth. I think that it really hurt me because I just feel like, you know, Puff was a really good person to me. I feel like he came and he helped me and, you know, he elevated me.
Darling, the revelations about Diddy's legal troubles are absolutely mind-blowing. Years of accusations paint this incredibly dark picture of his private life and how he allegedly misused his power. The prosecutors are saying he was running this whole criminal empire where women were coerced into substance-fueled encounters, including some with male workers in what they're calling his infamous private parties.
I had sex with Cassie and Sean. Basically, he would masturbate and tell me what to do with Cassie. I had like 15 encounters, and I heard a lot.
And just when you thought this story couldn't get any more shocking, enter Jonathan AI, a former adult entertainer whose claims initially seemed too wild to believe. But honey, people are taking a second look now. Back in 2018, AI claimed he was forced into intimate encounters with both Diddy and Cassie, with Diddy directing everything like some twisted movie director. AI's story gets even more disturbing. He said he caught a disease during these sessions and admitted to taking substances, including something called liquid snow, with them. When these accusations first came out, everyone dismissed them as attention-seeking, especially since AI had just been arrested for that bizarre incident at Trump's golf course in Florida. But here's the gag. Now that Diddy's facing all these charges about trafficking and coercion, AI's story isn't sounding so far-fetched anymore. The details line up eerily well with what other accusers are saying, including Cassie's lawsuit and the federal indictment. But wait, because this tea just got even hotter. The fallout from Cassie's allegations apparently wasn't just about Diddy. It reportedly dragged in none other than Jay-Z and Beyonce. Sources say Cassie's original lawsuit was 60 pages long before being cut down to 35, and those missing pages allegedly included some very interesting details about music's power couple. The tea is scalding, darling. According to sources, there was this incident at a party where Diddy allegedly struck Cassie, and Queen Bey herself witnessed it. When Cassie ran upstairs crying, Beyonce and Jessica Alba were waiting to check on her. And let me tell you, Beyonce was not having it. She apparently confronted Diddy, calling him out for his offensive behavior. In true Diddy fashion, he allegedly got down on his knees to apologize, which apparently is something he does quite often. But the real drama was between Beyonce and Jay-Z. Can you believe Beyonce called out her own husband for comforting Diddy instead of holding him accountable? Word is, she told Jay-Z she was losing respect for him over this. The plot thickens even more. Cassie ended up leaving with Jessica Alba instead of Beyonce because she was worried Diddy would track her down through his connections to Jay-Z.
What is going on? Thank you for your patience.
Hi, how are you?
Yes, sir. Happy Easter.
Hi, happy Easter.
Happy Easter. Who are you with?
Hi, this is Haven. This is my middle.
And speaking of Jay-Z, this story takes an even darker turn. Apparently, he's dealing with his own legal drama right now. Accusations of inappropriate behavior with a minor at the 2000 MTV Awards, back when he was allegedly running with Diddy. People are starting to wonder just how much Jay-Z knew about what was going on and whether he turned a blind eye to it all. But here's what's really got people talking: Cassie's refusal to fully back up these reports in her lawsuit. Even though Beyonce, Jay-Z, and Jessica Alba were supposedly contacted during the legal proceedings, all of this juicy drama was completely cut from the final version of the lawsuit. Makes you wonder what kind of behind-the-scenes deals were made to keep certain details under wraps, doesn't it? And get this, apparently Kim Porter, Diddy's former partner, might have been ready to blow the lid off this whole thing. Sources say she told Beyonce about a tell-all book she was planning to write about her life with Diddy.
Because see, I know something that a lot of people don't know. I know that you and Kim Porter had a sit down right before she left us. And I know Kim had some very good advice to give you.
The whispers about what Kim might have revealed in that book are getting louder, especially now that people are questioning whether Beyoncé might have been dealing with her own control issues in her relationship with Jay-Z. There have been rumors for years about Jay-Z's behavior, including claims that he pursued younger women like Foxy Brown and Aaliyah when they were teenagers. Looking at everything that's come out, from Cassie's initial accusations to these new claims about her alleged participation in Diddy's private parties, it's like peeling back layers of an onion, and each layer reveals something more shocking than the last. Cassie's lawsuit might have started this avalanche of claims against Diddy, but now everyone's wondering, was she somehow complicit in the very lifestyle she later condemned? Diddy's team is standing firm, saying all these accusations are completely baseless and that their videos prove everything was consensual. They're claiming Cassie was a willing participant for years, which, if proven true in court, could completely change how we view this whole case. The big question on everyone's mind is, if Cassie did willingly participate in some of these activities, does that weaken the case against Diddy? Did her lawsuit expose some deeper truths, or was she just the first domino to fall? And as more evidence comes to light, could we see some of these charges against Diddy completely disappear? The tea is piping hot, and this story is far from over. Was Cassie really complicit, or is this just Diddy's team trying to shift the narrative? Only time will tell, but one thing's for sure, this is turning out to be the most explosive case of the year.